Hello everyone, good morning students. Dear students, in previous class we discussed about the chapter algebraic expressions, and in that chapter we discuss all the topic included in that chapter. Okay dear student, now today we are going to revise and discuss a very important chapter of your NCERT exercise, which is what? Comparing quantities. Dear students, in that chapter there are so many topics included in that. First of all, in that chapter we discuss about the equivalent ratio. After that, in that chapter we discuss about the percentage. Then after, we discuss about the problem based on profit and loss, and also we discuss about some question based on simple interest in that chapter. Now dear student, first of all we discuss about the comparing. Means you know that very well, we compare only the same quantity. Okay, yes. Now look, if we take, now we discuss about the problem based on ratio. Problem based on what, dear students? Ratio. Okay, now first of all we discuss about some questions based on ratios. Okay, now look, first of all we take a question, and your question is find the ratio of find the ratio of 3 kilometer to 300 meter. Okay, dear friends, we discuss about the ratio of 3 kilometer to 300 meter. First of all, dear students, in that type of question, first of all we converted into its the same quantity, same units. Both are the unit of distance, but one is kilometer and other is what? In meter. So first of all we convert meter into the kilometer or kilometer into the meter, and then after we can simplify it. Yes student, let's see solution. First of all, we know that 1 kilometer is how many meter? 1000 meter. Yes friends, in 1 kilometer there is 1000 meter. Now that is in 3 kilometer how many meters are there? So 3 into 1000, that is 3000 meter. So in this way we can say that in 3 kilometer there is 3000 meter. Say hence the required ratio, hence the required ratio is what? 3 kilometer to 300 meter. That 3 kilometer is what? Equal to 3000 meter upon this is 300 meter. Meter cancel to each other, and 20 cancel to each other. So we get what? 30 upon 3. 3 ones are 3 tens are. So 10 upon 1. So we can write 10 ratio is to 1. Thus the required ratio is what? 10 ratio 1. Okay. Thus, dear student, in this way you can solve all the question of your NCERT exercise based on ratio. Yes, in ratio, first of all you converted it into the same units. After that you can find the ratio. Okay, now so in this way you can solve each and every question of your NCERT exercise based on ratio. Now dear friends, we discuss about the some question based on percentage. Let's see. Now we discuss about problems based on what? Percentage. Problem based on percentage. Dear friends, what is the concept of percentage? What is the concept of that terms? Let's see. Dear friends, percentage means per 100. Okay dear students, percentage means what? Per 100 means, if per 100 means what? 1 upon 100. Suppose if we write if we write 1%, so what is the meaning of 1%? Means 1 by 100. 1 by 100. Okay, so this is the concept of percentage. Percentage means what? Per 100. Okay, students. Now we take and solve some question of your NCERT exercise based on percentage. Let's see. Now we take and solve some question based on percentage. Let's see, dear students. First of all, we convert fraction into the percentage. What is the process of that? Let's see. Now we take a short question. Write 1 by 3 as percent. Let's see. Dear student, in converting the any rational any fraction into the percentage, first of all, just I discuss about the 1% means what? 1 by 100 means 1 by 100 we can write what? 1%. Okay, so in that type of question, let's see its solution. In all that type of question, first of all we write the given value or fraction or integer जो भी. After that we must multiply both the numerator and denominator by 100. Look in this way, into 100. Okay, and we can write 100 upon 3 as right as it is, and 1 upon 100 in this way. And you know that 1 upon 100 means what? 1%. So we can write this is into 1%. So we can write 33 1 upon 3%. So 1 by 3 write as percentage in this way, 33 1 upon 3%. Okay, so in this way, dear student, you convert each and every given value into the percentage. Okay, so this is the concept of percentage. Now we take some other important question based on percentage. Let's see. We take a question based on percentage, which is what? Rahul saves rupees 4,000 from her salary. 4,000 from her salary. Okay, if this is 10% of her salary, if it is 10% of her salary, if it is 10% of her of his salary, what is his salary? What is his salary? Based on this is the question. Let's see its solution. Let's see. Just in this question, what is the question? Look, Rahul saves 4,000. Okay, Rahul saves 4,000 from her salary. If it is 10% of his salary, what is his salary? Let the salary be X. Let the Rahul's salary be sorry. Let the Rahul salary be rupees X. Okay. Then according to question, let's see. Then according to question, what is the question here? Let's see. Then according to question here, Rahul salary be rupees X. Okay, now let's see the question. Rahul save this from her salary if it is 10% of his salary, means this amount is 10% of his salary, means 10% of his salary means X is equal to what? 4,000. Okay, This is the concept of now according to this question. This is the given relations, means that savings which saved the Rahul, this saving is 10% of his salary. So let's see, 10% of x is equal to, we can write 4000, because we write now 10% of x is 4000. Now look, we solve it. Look, 10% means what? 10 upon 100. The concept of is multiply and x write as it is equal to what? 4000. So we can write what? 10 into x is equal to 100 into 4000. We can write in this way, into 100. Thus the value of x is what? 4000 into 100 upon 10. Now 1010 cancel to each other, so we get what? 140,000 rupees. So thus in this way we can say that the Rahul's salary we what? 40,000. Okay, dear students. Thus, dear students, in this way you can solve each and every questions of your NCERT exercise based on percentage. Based on percentage. So this is one of the important concept of that chapter. Now look. Now, dear student, we discuss next topic of that chapter, which is what? Now we discuss about the question related to buying and selling. Let's see. Now we discuss about the means, it means that we discuss about the questions based on profit and loss. Okay. Now look, what is it called? The questions based on profit and loss. Okay, dear students, we discuss about the questions based on profit and loss. Dear students, there are two very important terms, profit and loss. And in that topic, first of in the previous before that topic, we discussed about the cost price and selling price. What is the cost price? Dear students, cost price that price for at which we buy any object. Okay, and selling price at which we are selling any object. So this one, there are two important terms as selling price at which we any object are sold, and cost by any object to be buying. Okay, now look, there in a condition, if dear friends, if we write selling price of an object is greater than cost price. Dear friends, if selling price of an object is always greater than, if selling price is greater than the cost price of that object, then what we have? We get always profit. In that condition, we always get profit. Means selling price is greater than the cost price, now. So we get the profit. Thus, in this way, profit is equal to what? The general formula for profit is equal to what? Selling price minus cost price. Okay. Now, this is the first condition. If cost price is greater than selling price, if cost price is greater than what? Selling price. In that condition, we always get a loss. We always get a loss. So we can say that the general formula for loss is equal to what? Cost price minus selling price. So this is the two important formula related to profit and loss. Profit and loss. Okay, dear friends. Now what I do? Look. This is the first condition. If selling price is greater than cost price, then we get a profit. If cost price is greater than the selling price, in that condition we get a loss. Now there are two important formula: loss percent and profit percent. Different. The formula for profit percent is equal to what? Profit upon cost price into 100. This is the concept of the formula of profit percent. And second one, loss percent is equal to loss upon cost price into 100. In this way, dear friends, we can say that the profit percent as well as loss percent both are obtained at the what? Cost price. Okay. The formula for the profit percent is what? Profit upon cost price into 100, and the formula for loss percent is equal to loss upon cost price into 100. So this is very important formula for profit or loss percent. Now look, we take some other formula. Dear students, if cost price is given, profit percent is given, then what is the concept of, what is the formula for the selling price? Let's see. The selling price, the formula for the selling price of an object is equal to cost price into 100 plus profit percent, 100 plus profit percent upon 100. This is one of the most important formula of that chapter. Means selling price is equal to cost price into 100 plus profit percent upon 100. Means if cost percent is given and profit percent is given, then in that condition we apply the simple formula for the selling price is equal to that. Now from this formula we also find the cost price. Like look, if we write the cost price of an object from there, so we get as what? Selling price into 100 upon 100 plus profit percent. Dear students, this is the formula for what? Cost price of an object. Means cost price is equal to selling price into 100 upon 100 plus profit percent. Okay, now look, dear student, if cost price is given and loss percent is given, then what is the formula for the selling price? Let's see. The formula for the selling price is equal to what? Cost price into 100 minus loss percent upon 100. If profit percent is given, then we apply the plus. If loss percent is given, then we apply the minus. And from there, the formula for the cost price, same as that, means selling price into 100 upon 100 minus loss percent. This is the formula for cost price. So there are these are the some very important formula related to that topic. Now dear friends, we take and solve some important question based on these topics. Let's see. Now we take a question based on these topics, and your question is, the cost of a flower vase, the cost of a flower vase is rupees 120. Is rupees 120. If the shopkeeper sells, if the shopkeeper sells it at a loss of 10%, at a loss of 10%, find the price at which it is sold. Find the price at which it is sold. Let's see its solution. Dear friends, this is very important question. First of all, in that type of question, we write the given. What is the value is given? Look, first of all we write the given. What is given? Let's see. Cost of a flower vase is rupees. This means cost price of that object is what? Rupees 120. Okay. If the shopkeeper sell it at a loss of 10%, and loss percent is given as what? 10%. Okay. Here loss percent is given as what? 10%. Okay. Now find the price at which it is sold. Means we find the selling price. Okay. Look, since we know that, just I discussed about the formula, we know that selling price is equal to what? We know that selling price is equal to what? Cost price into, here loss percent is given na, so we write 100 minus loss percent. Dear students, upon 100. If profit percent is given, then we apply here plus sign. Because of here loss percent is given, so here we apply the minus sign. Okay, now look. So we get silent, we put the values. Cost price is what? 120 into this is 100 minus loss percent is what? 10 upon 10 cancel together, so we get 12 into 100 minus 90, that is 90. 100 minus 100 minus 10, that is 90 upon 10. 10 nines are 90 and 12 nines are 108. So rupees 108 is the selling price of that object. Okay. Thus, in this way, we can say that the selling price of that flower vase is equal to what? 108. So this is the one of the most important question of your NCERT exercise. Okay, dear students. Now we take one more question based on that topic. Let's see. Now look, we take one more question based on their topic. This is what? An article was sold. An article was sold for rupees 250. For rupees 250 with a profit of 5%. With a profit of 5%. What was its cost price? What was its cost price? Let's see its solution. Okay, look. In that question, an article was sold for rupees this. This is the selling price of that object, na? Let's see. Article selling price is given what? Rupees 250. This is the selling price. Okay, and this article with a sale sold for rupees this as a profit of 5%, and profit percent is given by what? 5%. Okay, this is the profit percent of that object, and we find what? Cost price. We find cost price. Since what is the relation between cost price, selling price, and profit percent? Look, since you know that selling price is equal to what? Cost price into 100 plus profit percent upon 100. Okay, now from there we find what? Cost price, na? That is cost price is equal to what? Selling price into 100 upon 100 plus profit percent. Now, dear friend, we put all the values in that equation, in that formula. So we get what? Cost price is equal to what? Selling price is what? 250 into 100 upon 100 plus profit percent is what? 5. So we get as what? 250 into 100 upon 105. 100 in what? Gives us 5. Now we simplify from by 10. 5 2 is 10. 5 1 is 5. 5 5 is 25. And 0. Okay. Now, okay. So the cost price of that object is what? 500 upon 21. You can divide them easily. So that is the cost price of that object. Okay, dear student. Thus, dear student, in this way you can solve each and every questions of your NCERT exercise based on profit and loss. Now, dear student, we discuss some question based on simple interest. Let's see. Discuss about the problems based on simple interest. Dear friends, there are there are two important formula related to simple interest. First is what? The formula for the simple interest is what? Prof P into R into T upon 100, means principal into rate into time upon 100. And second one is what? Amount is equal to amount A is equal to what? Principal plus simple interest, and amount denoted by the letter A. So A is equal to P plus simple interest. Okay, so these are two important formulas related to the topic simple interest. Now we take a question and solve them. Let's see. Let's take a question, and your question is, if Manohar pays an interest of if Manohar pays an interest of if Manohar pays an interest of rupees 750 for 2 years or 2 years on a sum of rupees 4,500. Find the rate of interest. Find the rate of interest. Let's see its option. Dear friends, in that question, first of all we write what is the given. Okay, let's see. First of all we write given. Manohar pays an interest of this, means simple interest is given as what? Rupees 750 for 2 years, and time is given by 2 years, and the sum of rupees, means principal is given by 4,000 rupees, 4,500, and we find the rate of interest. Okay, and therefore we know that a relation, since we know that simple interest is equal to P into R into T upon 100, that is the value of rate is equal to what? Simple interest into 100 upon principal into time. Okay, now we put the values, so we get the value of rate R is equal to simple interest is given by 750 into 100 upon principal is what? 4,500 into time is what? 2 years. Okay, now look here, 2 zeros cancel to each other, dear students, and now look what I get. Rest value 75 into 10 we can write separately upon 45 into 2. 2 5s are, dear students, 10, and 5 9s are 5 15s are. Okay, now 3 3s are 9, 3 5s are 15. Thus the value of rate of interest is 5 into 5 upon 3, that is 5 5s are 25 upon 3%. Okay, 25 upon 3%, or we can write what? 8 1 upon 3. We can write 8 1 upon 3%. This is our required answer. Okay, dear students, thus in this way, dear students, you can solve each and every question of your NCERT exercise based on simple interest. Okay, based on simple interest. Now, thus, dear student, in this way, today's class we revise all the topic of the chapter comparing quantities. Now, dear student, first of all you revise each and every question which we discuss in that class. After that, you can solve each and every questions of your NCERT exercise in the chapter comparing quantities. You can solve all the questions based on each and every topics. Now, dear student, now in next class we take and revise some other important chapter of your NCERT exercise. Okay, first you revise and solve all the question of that exercise. Thank you all.